everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more EarthBound. Last time, the ground is shaking.
Okay, I couldn't resist. Welcome back to more EarthBound. Last time we made it to the Lost Underworld and saw this world is bigger than us. Understatement of the year. And after feeling insignificant and existential at our pitiful, meaningless existence that is not really all that much in the grand scheme of things, at least until we save the world, it's not, which we haven't done yet, so we're still tiny. We got here to Tenda Village. Not that Tenda Village, but the other Tenda Village, the one of the actually social Tendas. And we learned of the Fire Spring, the 8th and final sanctuary location that will allow us to open our world. Whatever that means. Paula is humping my backside. Okay, that looks really funny. I never noticed that. Oh, the rest of the party looks like it's one unit while Ness is separate from them. Oh, all right. That's strange, and I don't know why they did it that way, but hey. Yeah, this time we're heading out after that final sanctuary location. That was just kind of distracting. First off, though, I have some corrections that I would like to make. I stated previously that the rabbit's foot is an excellent item to put on Jeff, and I remember doing that in my speedruns, but I had the reason slightly wrong. It is great to have him going first in battles when you have him on multi-bottle rocket duty, of course, but it turns out that multi-bottle rockets, their accuracy is not based on luck like other items, it is based on speed. I was thinking that the rabbit's foot raised luck, and because all the other items are based on luck, then naturally the bottle rockets would be as well, and you know, it's a rabbit's foot, so you'd think it would raise luck by 40, not speed by 40. But no, this is a double-purpose item. We're gonna give that to Jeff because the very next enemy we run into, we're gonna eat their lunch. Only way I can put it. And while I'm in the business of correcting myself, I want to thank you for pointing this out because, you know, I do get things wrong from time to time, and this is an easy mistake to make. I've said that healing Omega a couple times now restores all of the party from any status ailment. It does that in another game in this franchise. You think I remember because this is the only game that ever actually came out here, but, no, it doesn't do that. It only restores status ailments on one. Whoa! For a giant ball that's not rolling, you sure are moving awfully fast. Thankfully, he can't get to us in here. We're gonna go in the cave. Are we at the end? We walked in on somebody's first practice. This cave is what you would call a little bit of incomprehensible toffee. You can't do anything here at all. You can't get off of this cliff, there's no ledge jumping, and the name of this place is inconsistent. According to different sources, this place is known as either the Cave of the Present, the West Cave, or the Netherworld Realm. I'm sure you can guess which one of those three is the Japanese name, but it's such a strange thing that, like, of all the three names that it has those three different official names depending on who you ask. I don't know, it's very weird. And, speaking of weird, I don't like how teleporting feels in Lost Underworld, so I'm not gonna do my usual strat of getting through here quickly. I'm just gonna play it safe, I'm gonna hoof it, and we're gonna go over here and we're gonna get this present box. There is a Cloak of Kings inside. That is Pooh's final item. Raises the defense by another 20 points. It looks so beautiful to see it all in one place. I sound like I'm sexting saying that this font looks beautiful, but it just does. It feels so nice to have Pooh finally have a full page of equipment. It feels so nice. It's the first time that I've really gotten to relish in that since we got Ness's full page of equipment all that time ago, and we've grown so much since those days. However, there is data to suggest that there was not going to be 4 King's items, but in fact 5. Unused in the game are a few text strings that reference the box lunch of kings. There's no way of knowing what this would have actually been because it's not an unused item in the game, it's just mentioned in text that goes unused, and If you want to ask me, I would say that perhaps maybe the brain food lunch was going to be a limited item and it was going to have that name. Just a personal theory, but I think it's plausible. We're gonna keep going. Or no, we're not. The ground had other ideas. You can see that that's a blue geyser. We haven't gotten in any fights, however, so we don't need it. And there is a save point. Here, the dinosaurs don't come and attack me, so I can relax. Except now I can't get out. I would suggest calling Dad right now, and maybe not telling the Tenda that there is a big open way right to the west of him, because that's just gonna make him feel worse about this whole thing now, isn't it? It's better for him to live not knowing. Or is it? I don't know, it's one of those things that everyone kind of has a different opinion on now, don't they? I want to go back a little bit. This is the end of the Lost Underworld. In fact, I should probably read the sign because I don't know what it says. In case of danger, evacuate here. The boss. It's, you know, somebody told me this. It's kind of funny that the signpost that I fought all those years ago had a boss swirl when all of the signs say the boss, not signed by the boss, but just the boss. It's kind of fitting. I want to go back, though, because there's one enemy that we have never gotten to fight. And I want to do that. Plus, there's actually more about the Lost Underworld that I want to tell you about. Not specifically about the Lost Underworld, but I think this is just as good a time as any to tell you about this. There was a re-release of this game in Japan only on the Game Boy Advance known as Mother 1+2. It is a compilation of this game and its prequel. Now, this is a port that has, shall we say, mixed reviews? It's not at all the version that I would recommend playing. It's not really edited for content all that much beyond what I've already told you, which is just a few minor edits. Though, the problem is that, if you can believe it, there exists a version of EarthBound out there that has a bad soundtrack. It goes without saying that a lot of Game Boy Advance versions of Super Nintendo games tend to have not as good sounding audio just because the sound card isn't as powerful, but for the most part, Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country, Mario World, those all sound pretty good. I won't say that they all sound horrible. EarthBound is not one of them. I would like to play you some samples while we're looking for this enemy to tell you just how bad this thing is. What?! Musical montage got short! Holy crap! I was planning on recording for like the next hour, but I sure as crap ain't gonna be doing that now! My vocal cords will not allow it. Or exist. Okay, this gives me a chance to talk about the magic fry pan and how it works a little bit, because even though I had on-screen text, I think it bears a little bit of repeating. It is not Paula's best attacking item. And in fact, it makes her offense kind of bad, actually. It's a lot weaker than the Holy Fry Pan, and her regular attack only has 75% accuracy. However, it raises her guts by a whopping 100 points, so it makes her able to survive most mortal blows, and with me going all in on defense with Paula so that she doesn't instantly die, if you just want to have her be strictly a spellcaster and don't really care about her regular attack, then yeah, she's good. Never have I been so glad that I ever bitched and moaned about a game's soundtrack. I was going to tell you that Mother 1+2 does have its share of hits. It's not all bad. It's not all a certain other combination of letters that can be spelled with the letters that make up hits. The Battle Against a Machine theme sounds completely different, to the point where it sounds almost like a remix, and it's actually pretty cool sounding. Here, I'll let you listen to that one. I didn't need no stinking hot springs to energize me completely. Oh. Yeah, it sounds nice. It's definitely not the same song, and I can see how some people wouldn't be wild about it, but I think it's pretty cool. Why did I decide to tell you about this in the Lost Underworld and wait all this time to talk about such a miscellaneous topic? Well, the Lost Underworld music sounds fine. What does not sound fine is the geysers. You just heard what they sounded like. I want you with that fresh in your mind to think about, okay, well, how could they mess up that sound effect? Take a whiff. It's a freaking Tweety bird. I know that it not like the rest of the game sounds all that good either, but just the fact that they thought that was acceptable as a replacement for, you know, a geyser spewing water, it just shows the kind of quality assurance they had on that soundtrack. Are you kidding me? I even thought to myself, like, what if that happened again? Alright, well, now it's time to learn the answer to a question I have never known the answer to. How much does this thing sell for? Because I don't need it. Oh my god. I just want to say that I almost didn't record today, and I only just barely chose to do it after doing a workout and feeling a little bit more energized, and I have never been so happy on any day of my life that I chose to go for twice in a row. I got that chance. Come on, 3 times while we're at it. Why don't we? I'll say that out of all the chance items, that's probably the one that I care about the most, other than the Sword of Kings, maybe, perhaps? I don't know if I'd have to think a lot about that. No, I care a lot more about getting that Horn of Life chance, personally. $23.95. I'd say it's a nice chunk of change, but it's not. We're swimming in money so much this late in the game to the point where everything is irrelevant. I think I'm just gonna deposit that into the Escargot Express because I don't have the heart to sell it. I'm sorry this is taking a little while. I just wasn't expecting things to get so crazy out of nowhere. I was thinking we'd just go do a couple fights, be on our merry way off to the last sanctuary, and then, I don't know, talk about some new stuff, but for whatever reason, I guess the dino gods that be want me to stay here in the Lost Underworld. I don't know if the Escargot Express will deliver to Lost Underworld. I know that the delivery guy has sprites for the Underworlds. Those might go unused. Hello, this is... Oh, yeah, okay, he can't. I guess I'm teleporting away. I always complain and moan about how I never get shiny Pokemon, yet I think getting a 1 in 128 chance twice in a row is rarer than a shiny Pokemon. I have no authority to complain about that again for the rest of my days. And that actually does kind of break my heart a little. I guess I don't really need the rain pendant any longer, but I don't want to sell it because there's only one of them. I guess that's about all I care about getting rid of. Wait, what? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. Okay, I'm making a restore point right... Oh, crap, no. Did I save with Dad? No, that was before I... Teleporting in and running into an enemy can cause some really bad glitches to happen. I've mentioned this before, and I don't know what's Oh, no, don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me. Don't crash when I get out of this battle or something stupid. Please, no corrupted graphics. Nothing. Just be okay. In case this really is the end, we're doing the multi-bottle rocket on this guy because it's what I've been wanting. Come on. 2,587 damage. If we didn't crash the game, then we crashed it. Please let that be okay. Please let it be okay. Oh my god. I've never been so relieved in my entire life. I have never been so relieved. I almost got back my right to complain and moan about never getting shiny Pokemon there for a second, and I didn't know how I felt about that. I'm just going to cut ahead until I find the enemy that I have been searching all too long for, because this is getting ridiculous. I have never had this much trouble finding this thing. And I found it twice already and passed up fighting it both times. Hallelujah! I've been here about 10 minutes or so. Meet this piece of modern art, the Ego Orb. I'd like you to see its official artwork. For how much of modern art it looks like in this sprite, it looks so doofy and molded out of clay in its official artwork. This thing is, you know, it uses freeze and thunder and flash and all kinds of psychic moves on you, right? Not even remotely close. It is strictly a physical attacker. If you shut down those physical attacks, it can't do diddly squat to you. It is one of the weirdest enemies I think I've ever seen, where it's completely the opposite of what you'd expect. You'd think it would be psychic and all kinds of other things and have all kinds of incredible power, but no, I guess it chooses to just go the obvious route and run you over if it's a giant ball. I can tell you that I'm going to save once again, because I ain't going to lose what just happened. What a day this has been already. And we're not even into what I was thinking we were going to be doing. I recommended that you save because it kind of sucks respawning far away in the Lost Underworld and going all the way back to the Tenda village, so definitely save if you are playing the old-fashioned way and only saving when the game outright lets you. I'm gonna be right back. I sat around and thought about things in the hot springs for a while. Reed took a break for a few days while my voice recovered from all the shenanigans that had happened so far, and after giving it a lot of thought, I was planning on doing the second half of the Lost Underworld and showing the Western Netherworld realm of the past, and then moving on to the next area and getting started on it, but the thing is, we didn't make a lot of progress, but we also just did a lot and saw a lot of rare sights, and I got to talk about everything I was planning on talking about anyways, so even though it was a difficult call, I think we're gonna end things off here. Next time on EarthBound, it's time for the 8th and final spot of power. See you guys then!